Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface, and today we're going to take a trip onto the PTR for patch 8.1 for the first time and deal with the war campaign continuing in this patch. Oh, I think I'm sufficiently fueled up. Right, so we're going to start off with the Hordes campaign, carry on their storyline, and it picks up here on the Banshees war. Hello.
There you go, man.
Oh, cheers, dude. Okay, coffee. Cappuccino. Delivered to me as I'm recording. Oh, caramel. Yeah, and you pick it up here from Alina. On the Banshee's Whale. And this sends you off to Orgrimmar to meet up with Sylvanas. Now, before I go in, obviously this video is going to contain storyline spoilers. So if you don't want to know, probably now's the time to bow out. Don't worry, I won't hold it against you. But if you stick around, we're going to find out exactly what we think about this progression. First up, we already have a decision to make about how we reply to Sylvanas. When she wants to discuss our next assignment, do we simply nod? Or do we grovel? Yes, my queen. Well, I'm pro Saurfang, so she just gets a nod from me. Okay, so Saurfang has escaped from the Alliance stockades and is back on the loose again. And what we have to do is track him down for the Horde so he doesn't fall back into the hands of the Alliance. Now, I haven't done the Alliance storyline as of now, as of recording this video. And so I don't know how that one is going to transpire. I'm going to do that one second. But at the moment, it kind of looks like the Alliance are incompetent again. So far, the storyline in Battle for Azeroth has been the Horde are winning everything, and the Alliance can't even hold on to the one prisoner that they had. For the Alliance! So I've arrived in Elwyn Forest, and we are trying to pick up the trail of Saurfang, which has taken us here to this little sewerage grate just outside of Stormwind. Was kind of hoping we'd go inside, but it doesn't look that way. And we are greeted by a bunch of level 120 crocs. Now this is quite interesting because I said that in a recent video I'd like to see a World of Warcraft scale. Oh, treasure chest, which is probably going to have a grey. And so, no, nothing. Okay, cool. Even better. I was hoping that the world would actually scale up. I think it's something that the World of Warcraft does need, but it might just be for these specific areas of the quest. Okay, so there was a little ambush after I was searching for Saurfang, dealt with the SI7 guards, and now we're headed to Redridge to pick up the next part of the quest. So far, fine. Nothing wrong. But this is a latte, actually. Caramel latte. It's bloody lovely. My God, beautiful. Okay, so this is a fantasy of mine come true in the World of Warcraft. I have been transformed by some black magic into a cute little girl with pigtails. Not ponytails, with pigtails. And we're trying to con our way past some of the guards here just coming into Redridge. I like it when WoW does this slightly goofy humor, even in relatively serious circumstances. Hi. The guard told me you took care of him last night. Yeah, there was this kind of, if you're reading the text that was coming off the guards, it seemed a little bit dodgy. Glory to the Banshee Queen. Okay, I think we'll just play this one by ear. Don't want to give anything away. But, yeah. Yeah, this is, this put a smile on my face. So I got my disguise back on. And we're going into Red Ridge Inn. And this is good. I like this. I legit like this. Instead of just doing something bog standard, searching for Sarfang, and when we arrived outside of Stormwind, I thought that's what it was going to be about, because we had to just find a couple of clues and then move on. Then we got ambushed. So I thought, you know, it started off standard fare, and then coming into Red Ridge, and now disguising ourselves as this little girl, as our compatriot also disguises herself. This is rather cool. So let's see if we can actually find Sarfang, or at least find out what's going on with him now. But yeah, enjoyable, putting yeah, bit goofy, and I like it. Now I've arrived at the next destination point, but have noticed on the map there is a gold star, and we all know what gold stars mean in the World of Warcraft. And yeah, there's actually a level 120 elite here. Or rare. I shouldn't say elite. It's not elite. But rare. And again, it kind of just makes me think, just scale the whole world. Now, some people go, no, because I want to feel powerful. I want to feel strong. Look, you'll still feel strong and powerful in a scaled world. Oh. Artifact power. You'll still feel strong and powerful in a scaled world. All it means is that the mobs scale to your level, but each mob will have a different power rating. So some mobs will be easier to kill, but still drop relevant loot, whereas other mobs will be more difficult to kill, but this is the World of Warcraft, so maybe not. And they will also drop relevant loot. It's about making the world relevant. Giant Spoder. If you have arachnophobia, this probably isn't for you. Now, as I'm coming to my next destination, I actually did a little bit of a scout around Red Ridge and clicked on to some of the NPCs. And unfortunately, they are still the current level that they should be for this zone. Not everything in the zone has scaled up to your level, which is a little bit of a shame. Why it keeps having the Thanos' voice? Stop having the Thanos' voice, not Lyanna's. Yes, yes, bugs.
Mummy, when I grow up, can I be a complete psychopath that burns down Teldrassil and kills a load of men, women, and children? Please.
So, I just fought off another ambush of sorts. And Lyanna has now gone on. We know that Sarfang is in the Swamp of Sorrows. But I've been told to stop my pursuit. This is where she will take over from here on in. But suddenly, two Zappy boys appear. I can't, not just one Zappy boy, two Zappy boys appear. And he wants me now to go to Swamp of Sorrows as well. Okay, Zappy, lead the way. So this is interesting. I've met up with Zappy Boy in Swamp of Sorrows. And the quest text says she's going to try and take him. And there's no one ever going to see Varrock Sarfang again. This was never a rescue mission. This was about power and control. And Sylvanas thinks she'd be holding all the cards. But she didn't count on us. Defend Varrock Sarfang in the Swamp of Sorrows. So the next quest is I have to defend Sarfang from the Undercity forces. This is where the story's now falling apart. And let's just see if there's any twists. But this is, if this carries on like this is where the story is actually going to fall apart. Yeah, as suspected, we have no option but to fight for Sarfang now and go against Sylvanas. The only piece of interesting information, and I am editing this video in such a way that you yourself are going to see the bulk of it. Although you get the spoilers, you know, you don't get to see too much of what happens, so you can enjoy that part. But what it says, she said that Lyanna said that Sarfang conspired with the humans. So it looks like he didn't escape, but maybe negotiated his release. So we'll have to see about that when I do the Alliance part of this storyline. But this is now turning everything on its head. We'll see if anything happens after this fight, and then I'll go into it a little bit more. So, yep. We defeated the forces, killed Lyanna, who we've been teaming up with, and then, now we're playing possum to Lady Sylvanas. I've got this debuff on me where I let Sarfang punch me in the face. So it looks like I tried to take him, but he fought me off, killed everyone else. I managed to get away. Now, this has been a fun quest line. I've enjoyed the quest line, nothing wrong with it at all. But it's the story that, once again, makes no sense. Because if you go back to the story pre-expansion, the storyline was Sylvanas goes mental, as is now just becoming more and more apparent. She destroys Teldrassil. Sarfang, quite correctly, calls her out on it. Instead of people being able to side with Sarfang there and then, you were forced to back Sylvanas. Now they're continuing the storyline. You're forced to back Sarfang. And you can't go down the route of Sylvanas. Now, the frustrating element of this is, because it was actually quite good fun storyline to do, is that this could be tweaked so easily to give options to the Horde. Like, in the pre-expansion event, all that needed to happen after Sarfang called out Sylvanas and said he'd rather have a last stand outside trying to defeat the Alliance than serve her version of the Horde. All you needed to do is have somebody like Zappy Boy turn up then and say, hey, look, if you're behind Sarfang, meet me at so-and-so location. And then you have a branching dialogue. Yes, meet Zappy. No, don't meet Zappy. If you say no, then you support Sylvanas and you continue down that pathway. If you say yes, then it's literally adding one or two more quests to the game where you turn up, meet Zappy, and Zappy says, look, you know, there's a lot of us in the Horde that don't feel that this is the correct path of progression, because there would be multiple people in the Horde who would not be following Sylvanas, or agreeing at least with Sylvanas' decision. However, you know, while Sarfang has been captured, we're going to bide our time. So let's all just keep on going how things are, and then we're working to put things in place to rectify matters. And you go, all right, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So from that perspective, one more quest, that was all that's needed. You look as if you are supporting Sarfang, but you're playing along, so you're always playing along. And then you get to this quest line, and again, it was so easy how to keep that going. You did what you did in this storyline, so if you were a supporter of Sarfang, then you get Zappy Boy turn up and say, quick, let's go to the Swamp of Sorrows and try and stop Lyanna from taking Sarfang. Or if you said no to meeting Zappy Boy in the pre-expansion event, then he doesn't appear and Lyanna says, right, we've got him cornered in the Swamp of Sorrows, and instead of saying, leave me, we'll take it from here, let's go. And you go and you try and take Sarfang, but you can't. You get, even if you get him down to X amount of HPs, but let's just say he's too strong and you can't anyway. He knocks out all the forces and kills Lyanna, and you get punched. And then you come to, and your storyline is to go back to Lady Sylvanas and say that you failed. It's just literally a couple of quest tweaks would have made this make so much more sense for the Horde, depending on which way you wanted to go. Either support Sylvanas or support Saurfang. That's the frustrating thing. Just realised, got 5 minutes left on the debuff, so I better go speak to her. But that's all it needed. And that's what taken me 30 seconds to actually realise that. So I am a bit frustrated that Blizzard couldn't even think that. Couldn't even think that just small, you know, because it isn't a huge thing. Just a small little thing would have made such a large difference. And that is where the questline has seemingly stopped for now. So not hugely long in period of length, but it was enjoyable. But unfortunately, because Blizzard backed themselves into a corner in the pre-expansion, this is not making that much sense. How you just go to full support to Sylvanas to full support for Saurfang. You're literally a tourist in a story that is not making any sense whatsoever. So that is a shame because it's enjoyable, but at the same time, so I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links there in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.